Welcome back to the conversation. So, the other day we talked about something I believe is the foundation of every wealth strategy, the dream. Because what I'm realizing over my experience as I'm growing and learning more and more and more about money is that if you don't know what you're building toward, money has nowhere to go. And today I want to take that one step further because once you know the dream, your money then needs a mission. Because from the dream comes the vision. From the dream comes the mission. Hi, my name is Megan J. Baker. I am a master wealth strategist and financial intuitive. I help people align their money with the life they desire to live through wealth strategies, mindset, and personal transformation. Does your money know where it's supposed to go? Or does it just disappear every month? All right, so what do I mean by that? So, one of the biggest mistakes I see when I sit down with my clients isn't that people don't make enough money, it's that every dollar they earn is reacting instead of responding. Money is flowing towards emergencies, bills, impulse purchases, stress, but very little of it is intentionally moving toward the life they're trying to create. So it's very reactive. Oh, I want to buy this pair of shoes. Let me see how much money I have in my bank account. Because it's like this is why I tell my clients every dollar needs a job, right? It's not just an expense, it's a mission. And I think about money in four assignments. Okay. I think about it in four assignments. First, money should help you live. Your money needs to circulate. When you think about money as energy, and energy is constantly flowing, it's constantly moving, right? And so your money is energy. The numbers we see in our bank account, the dollar bills in our pockets, it's just a physical manifestation of the energetic flow. All of this is meant to support the life that you want to live, right? And so it's the circulation is going to help pay your bills. It's your everyday expenses. The second assignment is money should protect you, right? Which means that you have that emergency savings, you have set up income protection, a life insurance policy. You have your traditional insurance, the things that create stability. Because let me put, I'm gonna put on my strategist, my practical strategist hat on this protection point. Because a lot of us, we get insurance on our cars, we get insurance on our phones, we get insurance on our electronics, we get insurance on our, you get your health insurance. Some people get insurance on their dogs, but not a lot of people are getting insurance on their life. And I'm not talking about the type of insurance that only happens when you die, but I'm talking about the type of protection that protects you while you're alive. Because if you get sick and something tragic happens while you're still alive, how does your family financially stay afloat? And how do you financially stay afloat without you having to drain your savings accounts, your 401ks, and things of that nature? And we'll talk about that at another time, but I just kind of I have a thing about that. But the third is, you know, your money should grow. So if it's circulating, you're protecting it, and now it's in a space where it can grow, right? And so That growth can come in the form of retirement, investments, business ownership, assets, things that build your future. If your money is just sitting in a savings account, and you don't know how many people I talk to who have 12, 18 months and more sitting in their savings account, and it's just doing nothing. And I say, if your money isn't circulating, if your money's not making money, then you're wasting it, right? It's just like, think about, I heard in a creator say this, think of money, abundance, think of it like water, right? Water must constantly be flowing. That's why you have lakes and rivers and streams and things of that nature, because if the, if water sits in one space and place for too long of time without movement, without flow, and it sits in one spot for too long, that water can eventually become toxic and be unusable. Same with money, because you're not allowing it to flow. Whoop de doo that you have 12 months or 18 months sitting in your savings account. Number one, I think that's amazing, right? Even if you have 3 to 6 months, there are a lot of people who have none. They can't even save $25. But, and that's why you need a strategy. But statistically, 3 to 6 months, they say 3 to 6 months is the minimum amount you want to have in your savings, right? Your emergency savings for if something happens. If you can put that in a financial vehicle that's going to 10x that income, so that now instead of you just having 12 months, now you have 48, 36, 72, right? Where now you can retire early. I mean, a win is a win, I think. Okay. But you're looking at, when we're talking about growth, you're looking at things, you know, these are financial vehicles where it's allowing your money to build for your future, whether that future is tomorrow, next month, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, is doing something. And then the fourth assignment is your money should help you enjoy your life. Now listen, it wasn't until I got in my mid 40s that I realized that I could go on a vacation. Now, I wasn't oblivious to vacations. I mean, I had a lot of friends that travel and do different things. But for some reason, when they would say, "Oh, I'm going on vacation here, I'm gonna do that, do this, and do that," subconsciously in my mind, I realized that I wasn't worthy of the vacation because I had not accomplished all the things that I felt that I should have. The first time I went on a vacation was after I had broken up with my partner of 6.5 years. He and I had separated, and my best friend was like, "Let's go to Mexico." And I said, "Okay, girl, I'm with you." And she planned it. I just paid the money. And even with that, I was like, "Oh my God, wait, what? You can come to resorts?" It's like truly a moment. And she was like, "Yeah, yeah, you can, there are resorts and, beaches that you can go on, and you can jump in the ocean." And the water is clear. I mean, what are you talking about? Because when I was in corporate America and I would go on vacations, my I would save up all my vacation time because my birthday is at the end of the year. And I would save up all my vacation time for, the December holidays. And then I would be off that whole time. And you know what I would be doing, y'all? I would be cleaning my house, rearranging furniture, sleeping and watching TV, going to my mama's house. Your money is supporting the life that you're living, even if that life is one of scarcity and poverty. The money is actually doing what you are giving it room to do. And so if all the room you're giving that money for is to pay your bills, and to make sure certain things in your life are taken care of, then that is all the money is going to do. That is all it's going to do, right? But money is here to help you with, to support your experiences, your celebrations, your generosity, um because the wealth isn't just about accumulating the money, it's about creating a life worth living. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I just started really living my life. I just started um sitting with myself and saying, what are the things that I like to do and what makes me happy? I'll tell you, one of the biggest things that makes me happy is getting pampered. If I can go get uh, pedicures and manicures, massages, go to the chiropractor to get corrected, let me get straight. Anything that has to do with my physical health, working out, different things like that. I enjoy that kind of stuff. I've never been to a spa. I've always walked by the spas. I've never been to the spa, into the spa. But my next journey, my next thing for myself is I want to go to a spa and I want to experience all of it. The facials, you know, uh everything that it has to offer. Here's the thing, because I want these conversations to be short. One practical exercise that I give my clients is to separate their money into different purposes. Okay. Which means that, you know, a circulation account, an emergency account, an investment account, and a fund account. If your money has those, so think about it. If I am able to divide my money up into those different accounts, when my friend calls and says, hey, there's a trip to Dubai or a cruise to Mexico, you've already been saving up for that. Even if you don't have everything that's required, you may have 50% of it already sitting in your fund travel account, right? In your investment account, if there's an opportunity that comes for you to invest in some type of real estate or buy a new stock, now you have the money to do that, and you're not looking at your main circulation account going, do I have it? Because you'll always have it, right? What I love about having a charity investment account is that if someone calls you now, sometimes you'll have those family members that call and say, hey, I need $1,000 or I need $100 to get gas or whatever the case may be. You set a budget for your charity account. So you say, let's say you have $1,000 in the charity account. You don't drain the $1,000. You give yourself a monthly budget, and maybe that monthly budget is $200, like, or maybe it's 500, right? And then once you hit that threshold of $500, you're out. So anybody else that comes to you, and they need money, hit me up next month. Or, so anyway, so because here's the magic. Here is why we're having this discussion. Because money needs a mission and it's energetic. And when you give it an assignment, it can only give you more. It can only flow even more towards you, right? And so when every dollar has a mission, the money starts feeling less chaotic because now there's order, there's structure, there's organization, and you're far more intentional. So here's your homework. Look at your bank account today. Can you honestly say that every dollar has an assignment, or is your money simply reacting to whatever shows up next? Because when your money has a mission, it starts building the life your dream deserves. It really it really starts when you sit down and you say, where do I need the money to go? What are my dreams when it comes to my business, my family, my lifestyle? What are those dreams? What are those places that you wanted to go? If this conversation helps you think differently, share it with someone who's ready to become intentional with their money. And put something down in the comments. Let me know that this spoke to you, and let's talk about what assignments have you given your money and what are you doing with it, and answer that question. Can you honestly say every dollar has an assignment? Put that down in the comments. Let's talk about it. All right. So I'll see you in the next conversation. Bye.